Howdy folks, it's Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician. How's everybody been doing out there? Boy, let me tell you, I've been busy. I've been real busy with the wife and the 4 kiddos and work and all that other stuff. As you know, I work out of my home because I have 4 kiddos. That's the main reason. And it allows us to keep somebody at home at all times for the kiddos and plus make $1 so we can pay our way in life. So things have just been busy. As a matter of fact, they've been so busy I'm behind on work. We had about 4 days worth of rain though, and so that kind of put me behind. That was no fun. And during that 4 days of rain, I really contemplated, why do I not have a covered shop yet? And I really just think it's time I really get down and get into a covered shop. But what I'm doing here and what we're looking at here is a 2006 Kia Sedona. Pretty nice little minivan. It's got a 3.8 liter engine in it. Now, here's the thing about these Kia Sedonas and their 3.8 liter engines. You need to do a timing service every 100,000 miles on this vehicle, and I'd even say it's worth it to do it around 80 or 90,000 miles. And here's the reason why. It's not because the timing chains wear out or anything like that. It's because I don't know who got the bright idea to put plastic in high heat areas, but it's another one of those vehicles that has plastic timing guides and plastic timing rails. And so what happens is the plastic gets old and brittle, it gets compromised, it breaks, and it can really do a number on your engine. And so this vehicle came to me and originally just wanted a water pump, but it had 140,000 miles on it. And so I asked, have you ever serviced the timing on it? Because that's real important. They said no. Now, as I started to break it down, I found justification for servicing the timing on it. So altogether, although it really hadn't been showing any signs or symptoms of running rough or bad or anything, I found this timing guide. I found the plastic to it down inside of the engine, and you can see where it's broke. And you can see on this timing guide where the timing chain has started to grind down into it. Look at that. Then, as I got further along, I found this broken piece, which I'm pretty sure is a piece of this broken guide. So I found this broken guide, and you can see where it's old and cracked. And that's just going to keep breaking off like that piece by piece. After removing the oil pan, this was the only piece I ended up finding. And then, of course, I found this guide is broken as well. There's supposed to be an arm that goes from here to here and clips on. That's not there, which allows this to move freely. So, beginning stages of engine wear and tear, found all of that. Got it all replaced, all brand new, with gears and all that other good stuff. So I'm really glad that we decided to go through with this. Now, what this video is going to focus on is, now that I've got everything installed properly and stuff, I've got all of my timing marks lined up. So I'd like to show you where all the timing marks are on this. Okay, so when you're taking your 3.8 liter Kia engine apart, the first mark that you're going to have for timing is going to be right here on your cover, all right? And you're going to see a notch in your harmonic balancer, aka crankshaft pulley. You're going to see a notch right here. Go ahead and mark that notch. It's just big enough for my fingernail to stick into. Line that notch up with this mark, with the center mark, and you're at TDC. Now, to confirm that you're at TDC, go ahead and have your valve covers pulled, and you're going to be looking at cylinder number 1. And if you notice how the cam lobes are facing at the angle that they're facing towards the up position. And then you're going to come over here and you're going to look at these middle cam lobes. Let me see if I can get you in here. Okay. And if you notice, they're not all the way down, but they're facing in the down position. Okay? So that's how you're going to know before you take everything apart that you're at TDC. Now, when you have the valve cover's off and you're aligning everything per your harmonic balancer, the other thing that you can look at will be the marks on the pulleys. Alright? And if you're at TDC, this mark will be even with the plane of the cylinder head or the plane of the engine. So this mark will be here. This mark will be here. Okay, and it'll all be even. It'll be the same on this side. I don't know if you can see the mark in the video there. The mark is right here, right underneath my finger. It'll be even. And then back here, you'll have the same setup. Okay? So, to kind of recap that, turn your crankshaft until, or your harmonic balancer, whatever you want to call this, crankshaft pulley, harmonic balancer, turn it clockwise until you've lined it up with the middle mark here. Then double check your cam lobes. You're going to want those cam lobes up there, and you're going to want these cam lobes facing that direction. Then you can go ahead and remove your oil pan and your timing cover. There are no marks on the balancer chain or anything like that for the oil pump. So the first mark you're going to want to look at are going to be the Keyway on the crankshaft. Okay, now you're going to want your Keyways lined up with this mark here. Okay, so there's a little hash right here where my finger is. Don't know if you can see that or not. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get a light. I'll be right back. Okay, so this mark right here is what you want lined up with your Keyways. Okay, this one right by my finger. Line your Keyway up there. Then check down here and make sure that this dot is at about the 5 o'clock position. Alright? And you should be good to go. The next dot that you're going to want to check is back inside of here. So you got to get kind of up underneath there a little bit. I don't know, my light just died. Come on. There we go. And you're going to want to check that dot. You see it there? Make sure that is in that position. And then you can come up here and double check all your marks. And as long as all these marks are lined up here, this is here, and the other ones are where they're at, you will see that your dots and your other lines are in position as well. Double check all that. Double check your camshafts here and here. And you can feel confident that you're at TDC. I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to show you basically how to install your chains. Alright, now starting at the back, you're going to line up the colors on your chain with what you see. So let me see if I can get you a shot in here. Which I may not be able to. So you're going to have a dot on the gear back here, where my finger is. Line the color up with that one. Then you're going to run your chain up. Alright, so once you've lined up that rear chain, you've got it lined up with the dot on the gear. You're going to run the chain up. You're going to come over the exhaust, and you're going to line your color up here. I'm sorry guys, I'm not the best cameraman. So you're going to line your color link up there, making sure that you're still at TDC. Then on your intake, you're going to line your colored link up here, doing the same, making sure. And then you're going to run it down and back around. Always start at the crankshaft first. Now it's like that for the other chain. The only chain that doesn't have any colored marks or any timing marks is the balance chain, that bottom chain. But both primary chains do. And just so you can see here, the same thing goes here. Line your chain up with your mark. So colored link here with the mark, run it up. On this one, you're going to go over the intake cam first. And while you're doing that, make sure to align your colored chain with its mark. I think it's time I get better camera equipment, huh guys? There we go. And then line the colored chain with its mark, making sure that all the timing marks are where we want them to still be at. And then again, you can always go back to your camshaft lobes for reference. So there you go, folks. That is all of the timing chain marks that you need to align on the Kia 3.8 liter engine. If you have any questions, just shoot them to me in the comments. It can get a little complicated, but once you kind of study it for a minute and look at it, it totally makes sense. So, well, I appreciate you guys coming out and supporting me and watching my videos. I'm going to have some other cool videos coming up, some more videos on the Ford Escort that I'm replacing the cylinder head on, and then also some videos that I've already put together. I just need to get them posted on this Toyota 4Runner. It's the bane of my existence. It was, you know, these vehicles come in and they're supposed to be just a straightforward transmission in and out, but the amount of corrosion and rust underneath this vehicle, I've had all kinds of stuff break out. Basically had to cut the exhaust system out to get that out. Look at that. That's not even a bolt. That is just a rusted, corroded chunk of metal. So I'm gonna have some videos showing this. It's been a pretty hefty job. So alright folks, well, once again, thanks for supporting me. Thanks for coming out and watching my videos. If you have any questions, shoot them to me in the comments. This is Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician. I am signing off.